Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very much for tuning into this Periscope. I'm the Life Mechanic. You can check me out at lifemechanic.com. And that's all I get to say anymore. You actually can go up to the right-hand corner when you go to lifemechanic.com, and you can find me on any social media. Another thing that you can do is put in your first name and your email address, and I'll give you 4 free videos on how to get unstuck. So again, lifemechanic.com. So what I'm going to do really quickly is share with you, Carrie Bradford, I'm dedicating this, that came up, said, well, what do you do when your leader leaves or your leader disappears? And I'm going to cover a little bit of a topic on the back end of that, because I had a unique situation in my first company that I started building where I found out that my upline leaders were doing the exact opposite of what it took to be successful in this profession. And I'll tell you a quick little story about that later on in the program. So what do you do? So you get involved in your affiliate program. If you know anything about this profession, and I'll say this, and it's going to be a shock to somebody, and if I say something that resonates with you, just tap on the screen and give me some loves. That lets me know what's going on, or give me some comments there. And one of the things is I became successful very quickly in this profession. And I'll tell you why. I was basically treating this temporary. See, it was something that I was going to go do temporary to make some extra income till I got rehabilitated to go back and be a mechanic. And so think about that. Think about that. So I wanted to find out. I'm a geek from the dork forest. I'm very analytical. And so what I wanted to do really quickly is just find out what I needed to do to make money. That's all I wanted to do. All right. And so one of the things when I first got in, I sat down and people said, well, listen, you got to go. We were selling water filters, and I was going door to door, knocking on people's door, installing these water filters on the sink, and doing what was called a puppy dog close. Other things that I was doing is I was walking in the street, walking up to people, asking them who do they know that would be interested in making some extra money. We're expanding a company. Another thing that I did is I took these little tiny pencils that you use for scoring miniature golf, and I took a razor blade and cut a line in it, and then tied that to a little pink box, like a donut box. And I cut a slit in it, and I had these little things that said, win a free drawing to Hawaii. And I was putting these out there, and I had this pin. Hang on one second. You're going to love this. Still got it. And check that out. Is that showing backwards? It looks like it's showing backwards. It should say, are you question mark? Are you question mark? So I used to wear this pin because I was shy and introverted. And so if I wore the pin, then people would turn around and say, are you what? And you could say, are you single? Are you looking for extra income? Are you looking for more peace of mind? It was something that I did. The point being is all this door knocking, all these slips in the piece of paper, handing out flyers. I was doing all this because my upline said this is what you do to be successful. And then all of a sudden, I struggled, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you how much I struggled. It seemed like nothing, and I mean nothing, worked. But I needed money. I was desperate for money, so I was willing to do anything I could to make money, okay? And so all of a sudden, I was about ready to give up, and some of you guys have heard this story. Is my upline, Peter, he's no longer living, I hope you're hearing this, Peter, because there was a good part to that story, is that Peter basically said to me, he said, Robert, if you don't go to the regional training, if you don't go to the big convention, I'm not working with you anymore. And I said, I don't have any money. I can't afford to go. I can't afford anything. So what I did is I went ahead and went. And I went to this convention, and like I say, you get pops. It's called, a place of passion. You get inspiration and excitement that you can do this. And I know you can. And so I was watching all these people walk across the stage, telling their story. And I was like, this is so irritating, because all these people are being successful, but I'm not being successful. Yeah, nothing was working for me. You know what I mean? And this is just in my first week, 2 weeks. I was doing everything. And so all of a sudden, this guy walks across the stage, and some of you have heard me tell this story. It's one of the biggest significant emotional events in my professional career. And all of a sudden, this guy walked up from the Middle East. And he says, my name's Ahmad Mahad. I've been in country for 9 months. I buy second Mercedes, and I'm getting new home. I love this company. I love this country. And I was like, oh, I'm not joking when I say this. I wanted to, shoot myself in the head. I was like going, what is going on? So I was really respectful. I waited for him to get off stage. All his downline, was running over to him, and his upline, and everything was great. And I respectfully waited, shook his hand, and said, congratulations. And he said, thank you. And I said, please, I'm doing this for my family. I'm on workman's comp. I had a cast on my leg. Please tell me what you do. Please. And he says, okay, I tell you. You walk up to people, you say, hey, listen, do you want to make money? Yes, no. And I went, what? And he said, yes, you walk up to many people who say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. You walk up to people, say, you want to make money? Yes, no. And guess what? I know what all you're saying, because it's the same thing I said. I said, what if they ask you a question? He goes, if they ask me questions, I say, I answer your question. You answer mine first. You want to make money? Yes, no. And I know that some of you are going to be at the right place at the right time where you're going to hear that. It's going to go, pop, I got it. I got to find the right people at the right place. I got to find the people that got the right mindset. I got to find the people that have been praying for something to help them. I got to find people that know what they want in life. I got to find people at the right place at the right time instead of constantly running into the people that don't know what they want, that are comfortable, that are know-it-alls, that are not interested in doing anything. They're not at the right time. So a majority of the people we talk to are that way. And he looked at me and he says, who's your upline? So Carrie, you're going to love this. He goes, who's your upline? And I mentioned the name, and it's in my book, you know what I mean? So Sean Hennigan, my upline, Sean Hennigan. He goes, I don't know Sean. Sean here? I go, no. I was at this convention. My upline's not at this convention. He goes, who's above him? I said, Craig Wilson. No, he not here. And I'm like, okay. Who else? He said. And I said, well, above him is this person, a name, I think he was Larry, I believe. He was the guy that actually ran the company that Craig worked for. And no, he's not here. Well, who brought in Larry? Well, guess what? A lady named Michelle Turan. And he goes, I don't know Michelle Turan. What's the point that I'm making? And I hope, you guys really get this, is I was telling him all the people that were my upline that I was learning from, listen to this, that I was learning from, and he doesn't know who they are. They're not on stage. They're not in the top 10. They're not top producers. When a guy walks the stage and he doesn't know who your upline is, I'm not saying that your upline's bad. I'm not saying that your people that are above you are not effective in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that if you want to make $10,000 a month, you better be talking to someone that's making $100,000 a year. You better be talking to someone that's making $1 million a year if you want to make 6 figures. Are you getting this? Because information passes down. It goes from one person to another to another. So if you're doing this business and you want to be successful, you got to learn from the most successful people in the profession. I don't know where this thing came from, where you got to listen to your upline. The only place it exists in the world is like in the corporate world. If you got involved in this industry, in this profession, and you want to be an entrepreneur, you better start learning from people that are entrepreneurs. And let me go on one little quick tangent here. If you decide to buy a Subway sandwich shop, you don't get taught by your brother-in-law. The corporate, see, you buy a Subway sandwich shop, you buy a franchise, you go to their school, you go to their documented people to learn how to run a successful business. You don't learn from your friends or your relatives or someone that does a Super Saturday out of their home. Are you kidding me? Anyway, nice tangent. Anyway. So anyway, I said, well, above that. And he said, well, you know, Wes Martin. And this Wes Martin guy was the guy that got me. Listen to this. He's the one that he told me that he broke all these records by selling Britannica encyclopedias door to door. He was doing those drawing boxes. He was doing these pins. He was going door to door because he was a salesperson. He was a salesperson. See, 100% of the people outside of our profession don't understand it or they'd be in it. But here's the sad thing. 99% of the people in network marketing, affiliate sales, and direct sales don't know what they're doing. They think this is sales. And 95% of the people in the world are not salespeople. So we're out there, and I've had a lot of people. I did that one 30-day launch video. Guy, I think it's got over 750 views now. You know, and I think I did that last Saturday. And listen to this. A lot of people have been sending me their videos. They've watched the videos, and they go, listen, maybe I'm doing something wrong. And they send me their peak of interest video. Now, listen, for those of you that go on Wikipedia, and you put in peak, P-I-Q-U-E? Hey, if I spelled that right, I'm impressed with myself. And it says for curiosity. It's like peak of interest is to get their interest and make them curious to take the next step. And so what everybody's sending me is these videos, and I mean, they're not even 12 seconds into the video. And it's like, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm with the company ABC, and we sell this. I mean, it's amazing how fast company videos immediately go into who they are, why they're great, why they're the best, and why their product is the best. It's amazing to me. And people are sharing these videos. Well, if 95% of the people don't like to be sold, and they're not salespeople, how comfortable are they going to be doing sending out a sales video? I'm just want you to think a little bit. And so that's what's so amazing about that, see? So now the next step, really simply, is all of a sudden this guy says to me, well, I don't know him, Wes Martin. I said, well, above that is a guy named Peter Wilson. He goes, I don't know Peter Wilson. I'm going, you don't know Peter Wilson? This is supposed to be the guy that's like the top of my upline. He goes, who's above that? And it was Sherry Sherman. He goes, oh, Sherry Sherman? Bill Gould. Yeah, Bill Gould's under Jeff Roberti. And I said, yeah. And they go, oh, he goes, Bill Gould, very good. You need to get a hold of Bill Gould. You need to, call company on Monday. This was on a weekend. And he says, you call Bill Gould. Call the office on Monday. Have them give you message. Bill Gould call you. You listen to Bill. Now watch, I want to walk this through really quick so you guys get it, right? So it's Bill Gould, then Sherry Sherman, then Peter Wilson, then Wes Martin, then Michelle Turan, then Larry, then Craig, then Sean, then me. So that's what? That's 9 levels deep. I made that call on Monday. I got a hold of Bill. And Bill Gould said, what are you doing next weekend? I go, what? Tell me what to do. And I had no money. No money. I was on workman's comp. And he says, I'm doing a training in San Diego. You need to come down to the training. $350. I've already gotten the company. And so I took off and I went to San Diego. I learned from him. I didn't get in a hotel. I slept in my car. It was this piece of junk Celica that had a different color fender on each side. Man, I'm telling you, I wanted to learn to be successful. And when he started teaching me what to be successful over those next 2 days, I'm telling you, it was nothing that I was doing. And so that's one point that I want to say, is if your upline disappeared, if your upline leader disappeared, and you love that company, you love that product, you love everything that you have about that company, You got to keep going upline. You got to surpass them and go up, 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 and just keep going all the way to the top. If I remember right, Jeff Roberti, that guy made over $80 million in this profession. I believe that he was front level to the company. Under there was Bill. Then under Bill was the rest of those people, then me. Now I'm working directly with Bill. To finish that story so you guys get this, then guess what? My next 30 days, that's why I say I made over $10,000 in my first 45 days, is because I don't count the first week or 2 weeks. I only count really my first 30 days that I was with Bill. And Bill said, hey, listen, I did this video. This is me doing a presentation. You got to pique people's interest. Well, tell me what to say. Tell me what to say. You walk up to people and you say, hey, listen, could you do me a huge personal favor? What is this? Listen, I'm working with a company, and then you don't say the name or the product. You edify your upline. Now, I edified the person that was on the videotape, which the guy was that I just met. So I said, listen, I'm working directly, with a guy named Bill Gould. He's expanding a company in this area. I'm blessed to be working directly with him. And he's looking for people that want to make some serious income. Do you know of anyone like that? And he goes, yeah, me. And this was back, I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me. No cell phones and no internet. So I say, listen, I had this little spiral notebook. I was a geek. And I said, listen, could you write your name and your phone number here? Let me know a good time to get a hold of you after work. I'll call you at home, and we'll set up a time when I can show you the information. What I showed him? I showed him an hour videotape on VHS. After they watched the video and I watched it with them, I looked at him and said, hey, what'd you like most about what you just seen? And they go, wow, I like that we're saving the environment. I like that, people don't need to be drinking bad water. I like that I could make some money with this. And I said, great, let me show you how to get started. And I put in the tape, next tape, that was steps to success. Showed them how to fill out an application, showed them, get in where you fit in, showed them an example of a quick game plan of how you could make, get a check and get in profit, and then the next on how to plug in the training. I've been doing the same thing for 28 years. So the answer to first part with Carrie is, if your upline disappears, you need to continue to look up and look up and look up and look up. And guess what? We live in a unique time right now because there's a lot of people out there that are actually teaching what they know in this profession that are not only documented, but they've helped a lot of people make a lot of money. And what you got to do is plug in and find a mentor that's willing to teach you how to do that. Now, nowadays, guess what? I'm the kind of guy that I will find the mentors. I will find the mentors, and they don't have to be in my company, Carrie. You know what I mean? Now, here's the problem. They are going to probably teach you a little different method than what you're currently doing. Because the main things in building a large organization of volunteers and building a group of loyal, satisfied customers and out of those loyal, satisfied customers, you actually get reps that want to supplement their incomes. See, that's a whole different philosophy. It's a whole different way of thinking. If you listen to all of Jim Rohn's audios, nothing he does teaches on sales. It's all business philosophy. Isn't that amazing? And so the thing I learned from that point on is all of a sudden I started helping people get to the top really fast, because my mentor told me, Robert, don't do anything that doesn't duplicate. So I had two things, Carrie. One is I was listening to people above me that had egos that weren't interested in edifying, promoting anybody else. So see, and I didn't know this, and I keep bringing it up in my trainings, I don't know why people won't do this. I don't know why people won't do this. I'm going to say it 3 times. I don't know why people won't do this. I don't know why they will listen to people and not ask them to document what they're making. It's like we're scared to death. We brought up in a community, an environment, a culture. We're asking people what they make is like, I don't know, taboo. But these people are teaching you. These people are teaching you. So if you're saying, hey, listen, I got very limited time. I'm dedicating money to this. I'm sacrificing some things that I love. Could you please show me your back office? I'm already in your company. Can you show me your back office? I want to see what you're making. And then maybe a more important question would be, can you tell me somebody that I can call as a reference? As a reference? Can I call somebody that knows you, that says, you know what, so-and-so helped me get to a full-time income. He or she worked directly with me. I was able to get in profit my first 30 or 60 days. I was at a full-time income in 90 days. I was able to quit my job and be full-time in this profession in 6 months. Do you got anybody that I can call? No, I don't have anybody. Well, if you can't teach somebody to be full-time, how can you teach me? My God. And I seen like Mary Ellen put ego on here. I didn't want to be the deal. See, I wanted the guy that was making $62,000 a month. He showed me his check. Do you know what the next thing he showed me? He showed me picture after picture after picture after picture after picture of people standing next to him with a check of $8,000 and $9,000 or more, saying, Bill, thank you so much for helping me. I didn't know that I could be a waitress and now be making this kind of money. Bill, thank you so much. I didn't know that I could be a construction guy and now making this much money. He had testimonial after testimonial after testimonial of people that he took from nothing to an 8, 9, 10 grand check or more. So A, I knew he could do it. 2, I knew that he taught people that could do it. So that might be a great point that I just brought up there that maybe I haven't emphasized in any of my other trainings. Do you now know if I seen his income and I seen other people's income that he's helped, do you realize why I fell in love with what he did? And I knew and I believed it would work for me because it worked for the other people that he did it for. I wasn't interested in changing anything. I wasn't interested in coming up with my own ideas. I was desperate, I was inspired, and I went out and did exactly what he told me to do. I got 72 people to watch the presentation within my first 30 days. I believed in the system because it worked for other people. And I just did what they did. And so for all of you that are out there right now, if the person that's above you, and here's where I was going to talk a little bit about ego, right? So when I got people in, my first step was, hey, I know nothing. You got to meet Bill. And I got them in front of Bill because Bill was documented. Bill showed them what to do. And I got Bill to teach my people. So when they were doing what Bill told them to do, that allowed me to make all the money that I've made. Because I was edifying and promoting something else. I don't know. Talk to Bill. I don't know. Talk to Bill. Bill covers that in his training video. You need to listen to Bill. So all I needed to do is excite people to say that they wanted to change their life and put them in front of Bill. Now, I know what some of you are saying. Bill live? No. Bill's videos. After they watched Bill's videos, we had this fast start and explosive growth there each an hour. And that's the ones they watched. If they wanted the videos then promoted, to go to his live events. And people just learn more and more and more exactly the way I did. See, I could afford to go to trainings because I was making money. I couldn't wait to get to the trainings and learn more and go to more advanced ones. So I wanted to be around people that knew what they're doing. And yes, I know I'm extremely blessed. So I hope, Carrie, I don't know how long we've been going here. Holy, okay. So anyway, I hope, Carrie, that answered your questions. For those of you right now, you got two choices. People always ask me all the time, what is the most important thing I should be looking for? And it's not the company. It's not the vehicle. It's not the product. It's not the compensation plan. It's a mentor that's documented and teaching other people how to do it. And here's a bold one for you guys. I'm not the only mentor in the world. So find one that's documented and helping other people succeed. Then plug in and do what they tell you to do. Do what they tell you to do. Now, will that go against a lot of your training and a lot of your philosophy and a lot of the stuff you know up to this point? Absolutely. But just think about this for a second. If all of a sudden you were a person and you said, hey, listen, I'm like in, martial arts, and all of a sudden you want to get into a martial art, another one. So you go from Taekwondo to, Jiu-Jitsu, and there's different styles of Jiu-Jitsu. So when you go from Taekwondo to Jiu-Jitsu, guess what? It's different. It's different. The discipline, the practice is all the same. But you got to learn the new way to do the new way of doing it, right? And so most people work, in my opinion, they work way, way, way too hard. And if you knew how simple this business was, that all you need to do is pique interest, then find the people that are interested, and then let them take baby steps. Get them to the next video. Get them to the next video. Then if people are really interested, then what you want to do is you want to get them on a Google Hangout, with people. And so I don't know if you guys seen, but this incredible lady named Tina did an interview for me, asked me to do an interview, and it ended up on business@home.org or something. And, it's like, I know that there's a faster and a quicker way of doing this business, and I've always wanted to prove it, and now I'm proving it. It's working, and I can show you how to use the internet. I can show you how to use Facebook. I can show you how to do these things. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. For those of you who'd like some more information and some free videos and training, go to lifemechanic.com. lifemechanic.com. And if you want to contact me, above on the upper right-hand deal, there's my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my Google+, my Twitter. I think it's everything up there. So anyway, thank you very much. Tom, thank you very much for staying up. I don't know how late it is there, but, I appreciate you always out there. Every one of you, Eric, thank you very much. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll probably be doing a Periscope tomorrow, too. You can find this replay on lifemechanic.com tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.